So most of you are somewhat familiar with the formal court proceeding. Maybe you haven't actually been in a trial yourself, but you've probably watched some court TV or what I like to call simulations in TV shows and movies. So you have some idea of what a court proceeding might look like. So if you do have to go to court, you're a little bit more prepared for some of the questions that might be asked, assuming that what you've been watching is, somewhat accurate. It isn't always. And then your attorney will help you prepare as well. But what I find a lot of times as a mediator is that the lawyers don't always help the clients prepare for mediation. So I'm Nancy Schick of Third Year Conflict Resolution. I am an employment attorney and mediator in New York City. And in this series, we're going to go through some of the different questions that are asked at trial versus in mediation. So it's going to be a little bit of a longer series than I normally do, but I want to cover things like direct examination. What kinds of questions come in direct examination, and what even is that? Then we're going to go to cross-examination. So if you are a court TV fan, you're going to start to recognize some of those key inquiries so that when you're watching, you kind of like armchair quarterback, right? You'll be able to say, oh, that's direct examination. But then we're going to get into mediation and some of those key distinctions, because I don't think people generally understand that mediation is a very different process, and we're not as focused on what happened. We're more interested in what's going to happen by your design. So you'll start to see the distinctions with that and some of the different styles of mediation. And so if you're an attorney, this is going to help you prepare your clients just like you would prepare them for a deposition or examination before trial. And if you're a client, if you're a party in one of these matters and you're going to mediation, if your attorney isn't preparing you, you'll know some of the things that you need to go to them and ask them more about so that you do go into that mediation prepared to make the process work for you. So if you're interested in this series, please hit that subscribe button below. I'm also going to put a link to schedule a consultation. If you are interested in learning more about mediation and whether it could work for you, and you don't want to wait for this whole series, then you can do that. There's also a playlist below on mediation, so feel free to watch that as well. And in the meantime, of course, keep listening with your third ear for those hurts you can heal.